This is Copycats. Welcome back to Copycats. In this episode of Copycats and Philosophy, we'll be discussing the strangely alluring and strangely eerie world of Animal Crossing. As wholesome as this game is, it hits on some powerful philosophical concepts. Before we continue, I should let you know that these postulations are in no way meant to be seen as an actual diagnosis of this. You need to know that I love this game. Seeing as the new Animal Crossing game just came out, and with it, the cold following of madness, I figured that we would discuss it and have some fun. For those that aren't acquainted with this game, we're going to go over a quick synopsis of what the game is, and just the main characters. Let's go. You arrive in a town without any knowledge of how you got there, who you are, why you're there, and what awaits you. As soon as you get into town, you notice that the town is inhabited by bipedal animals that have the same intelligence as you and the ability to communicate. And it sounds adorable. You're immediately greeted by the town capitalist, Tom Nook. Tom Nook owns the town store and is also the town real estate owner. He offers you a home to purchase, so you have somewhere to go. Once you agree to purchase that home, with interest of course, you realize that you don't have any money. And he realizes you don't have any money. He makes a deal with you so that you can make installment payments on this home, and also tells you how to make money to pay back this home that you didn't ask for. These include selling your labor via fishing, treasure hunting, bug catching, no, produce harvesting by shaking random trees, and errands for the townsfolk. There is one major drawback to purchasing a home from Tom Nook, is as soon as you pay off your home, he immediately upgrades it and doesn't stop. So you're forever in an endless cycle of debt. Granted, yeah, you can play forever and pay it off. People who actually pay that off are insane or have too much time. Even worse is you can't refuse the home and you can't sell it. Moving on. There is no actual goal or objective in Animal Crossing. You could argue that the goal is to pay off the mortgage, but you can actually just ignore your debt and roam around as a vagabond without any real consequence. The only thing that really keeps the player going is the infatuation of consumerism. How big of a house can I get? How many things can I buy? How many things can I trade? Anyway, on the outside, this game portrays a wholesome, reality-esque kind of simulation for people of all ages to enjoy. However, if we break down the philosophy of this game, we can see that we're met with very powerful ideologies of the human experience. The first thing to acknowledge would be that of your character's existence. Your character has no actual direction or purpose. However, despite this fact, it continues to participate in the game, outside of the notion that it's a game meant to be played. You decide what the main role of the time playing this game is, whether it's fishing, helping neighbors, paying off debt, catching bugs, no. But since there is no real goal, it's really up to the player to decide. And this is a representation of absurdism. The best way to portray absurdism would be that of the concept of Albert Camus' human condition, which can pretty much be summed as, life is absurd because everything has meaning, but some things have more meaning than others, so then the concept of actual meaning is eternally eluded. So we can see this as, since there's No real meaning to do anything. You're creating your own meaning. Next, we have the town capitalist, Tom Nook. Remember him? Tom Nook is the representation of Michel Foucault's theory of power. He's the only one who has access to knowledge and resources. According to Foucault, knowledge is power. Mortal Kombat 5. Beep, 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 beep. By exercising the power of knowledge, an individual can create more knowledge. Take, for example, that Tom Nook is the only character that has access to the resources in the game. Not only does he have access to the resources, he also knows what they are and how to use them. Because of this, he is able to create his empire. He knows what tools are, so he built homes. He also created a store to sell his resources to the townfolk. Moving on. Our last main character is the town musician, KK Slider. KK Slider is a representation of phenomenology. Get ready for this. Phenomenology is the study of the structure of reality. The premise is that reality consists only of what can be perceived or understood by human consciousness. I told you to get ready. An example of this would be that reality only exists of the things that you can understand or that you can think of. An example, or think of it as there are known knowns, known unknowns, and unknown unknowns. Freaking told you, quite confusing. I know. If you're looking to get a headache on the subject, I would give a recommendation of Edmund Husserl or Martin Heidegger. Heads up, he was a Nazi. If you're looking to forever confuse yourself, Hegel. I don't know. Do you know? Does anyone know? You may ask yourself, how does KK Slider fit into this? Well, easy. Slider is a musician. If reality only consists of what can be perceived or understood, then the act of creating something out of nothing is the act of creating tangible perception. If you create musical art, you are actively manifesting your perception. That's how things are made. What's in here becomes out there. Everything that exists was once a dream. All that we see or see is but a dream within a dream. KK Slider is the mirror image of the player. Your character does things based on your perception of the player. Slider is the only character that actively demonstrates autonomous perception. Nook and the other townsfolk are only capable of passive perception, as in they only use things in a rational manner. Music has no rational place in reality. Slider is always seen creating music. He is actively creating his own reality based on his emotions. His emotions are subject to himself, no one else. While Nook and the others have their own taste in style and decor, they lack genuine identity. They only play a role. Example is shopkeep, anxious friend, a police officer, an annoying one that follows you around all the damn time and won't leave your town. Now, if we look at the game as a whole, we can look at it as Gilles Deleuze, I pronounced that wrong, and I'm not going to try again, and his concept of a body without organs, or as Bertrand Russell's paradox. Doesn't get any easier. Or in short, all form, no substance. We can take this literally or metaphorically. A body without organs is just a whole that is unable to continue to exist without outside interference. Animal Crossing is an empty-bodied board game without the necessity of the player to continue to participate in consumerism, last time, so on, so forth. That's the Zizak reference that I've done in every video. It has no actual substance. You would immediately be boring to play. What are your thoughts on the true meaning of Animal Crossing? Let me know in the comments below. or send me hate mail at coffeegutsandphilosophy@outlook.com. Well, my fellow coffee gut enthusiasts, if you're still awake, I applaud you. If you fell asleep, I don't blame you. If this is your 5th time watching this due to your high intake of caffeine, remind yourself that one must imagine Sisyphus happy and take another sip. Like and subscribe if you'd like to stay up to date on coffee guts. I don't know, I was bored. Seemed cool.